It's time for EllaVision. Now, here is your host, the one and only Ella Kinder.
One day on Christmas morning, the family went off to find the right Christmas tree from their living room. Audrey was having trouble seeing trees because she was freezing outside. Also because her eyes were frozen from the cold. Once they got home, Clark started to untie the tree when Clark finished opening the tree in their living room. The tree was so wide and way too tall. The tree branch broke their window. Whoa, baby! With the tree set up, Clark went Christmas shopping for his wife. Then he randomly runs into a beautiful lady named Mary. And when Mary asks Clark if he had a wife or girlfriend, then Clark started to joke around and told Mary his wife died. Clark lied to her about his own wife. Such a liar. When Clark comes home, he heads up to the attic to put the presents that he got for his wife in a hidden crack in one of the shelves. With it freezing in the house now, Ellen's mother was wondering where the cold was coming from, and she saw the attic door open. She shut the attic door, locking Clark inside. Oh no! Scavenging around for some warm, soft clothes, Clark finds himself locked in the attic. In his search for clothes, he found a tape with memories of past events of his family. As he views the cherished family memories, Ellen arrives home and opens the attic. She'll be greeted with Clark falling down, and landing on his head on the floor. Kerr! Splat! He tumbled like a roly-poly and then splat like a banana peel on the floor. That scene was so funny and I was dying laughing myself. We cut to Clark, who has way too many Christmas lights for one person to string up. After working out in the cold for hours, Clark wraps up and calls his whole family to see the beautiful light display. When they plugged both cords together, they were kind of disappointed. Nothing was working out. That was an epic fail for Clark. Clark was infuriated with himself for the display and started a raging meltdown. While he was trying to yank the cords apart, he kicked the decorations in and knocked them right off his sleigh. That was some intense sleigh ride. There's a flying Santa. I say Clark is crazy. Ellen's cousin Catherine and their husband Eddie and their two kids, Rocky and Ruby Sue, and their Rottweiler Snots, came to visit at the last minute. They quickly overstayed their welcome when Snots was drinking the water to keeping the tree alive. In the beginning of the Christmas dinner, Clark asked Bethany to say the blessing grace. She got a little confused and said the Pledge of the Allegiance. Bethany even wrapped her own cat and brought it as a Christmas present. A cat in a box? Christmas dinner was finally ready, so everyone gathers around the table. Clark started to cut the Christmas turkey, but in a true Clark fashion, the turkey exploded. The turkey was all dried out like a dry prune. While the cat was wandering around, it found a cord that plugs the Christmas tree to the wall. As she chewed on the cord, it slowly kept getting pulled from the wall, until an eventual electric shocked the cat underneath the chair. Clark and Eddie picked up the chair and found a deep hole where the innocent cat had exploded. Let me tell you something. The trees in this movie have seen better days. If you're a tree lover or a fan of trees, then this movie is not for you. Lewis was walking by the tree smoking his pipe when Clark's tree catches on fire, which then spreads back to Lewis, causing Clark to have to acquire another dang tree. As Clark was chopping down the new tree, it fell destructively on a neighbor's house and broke their window and stereo. At the end of the broken stereo fiasco, they knew it was Griswold who made the stinking mess. Coming to the end of the movie, Clark got his bonus and surprise his family with a surprise of a swimming pool for his family. But when Clark opened the envelope, he had another meltdown. Opening the new bonus, he finds there was no money in his bonus from his boss this year. Clark went berserk, kicking everything, gulping down a glass of eggnog, and hating himself. He said, "I like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight. I want him brought from his happy holiday slumber over here on the Melody Lane with all the other rich people, and I want him brought here for big ribbon on his head." Soon, Eddie left his old RV and went to capture Clark's boss and put a bright red bow on his head and bring him back to Clark's house. Sure enough, Eddie came into the house with Clark's boss with a big red bow in his head. He looked like a human-sized Christmas gift. His boss' wife called the police to explain that her husband was kidnapped, so Helen sent a SWAT team as the shattered glass flies and boots kick in the glass windows of Griswold's house. A fight breaks out between Margot and Todd. As the SWAT team bangs on the door, she yells, if you want in, you're going to have to break down the goddamn door." Thinking that she's not yelling at the team of highly trained officers, but her husband, Todd. Wrapping up like a Christmas present. Mr. Shirley, wearing his pajamas and a big bow on his head, said he didn't want to press any charges against the family. Mr. Shirley realized it was a huge mistake to not be doing bonuses this year. He gave Clark a 20% bonus, and then the Shirleys went home so that everyone could enjoy their Christmas together. And that was the end of the hilarious movie. I think this movie is so funny, and then the scene where Clark is slapped in the face with an attic floorboard 2 times, and then his feet broke the carpeting and landed in the top bunk bed. This movie is so hilarious. You would definitely love this funny movie. And thank you for watching EllaVision, and Merry Christmas.